So, welcome to the next survival gardening update. And yeah, we are in a really bad situation right now because it hasn't raining for 2 weeks and it's totally dry. We have no more water to water our plants. You see the pumpkins that are planted, it's not growing because it's just too dry. Sometime before, like last week, I can give them a small amount of water, but now we totally run out of water. You see this one? That is much bigger because it had more water at the beginning and the roots get deep enough to get a water. But for the one who stays small, the roots are just not deep enough, and if I don't water them, they would just not grow. And let me just go down here. Yeah, same thing with the pumpkins that are planted here. Yeah, some of them are better, but just they are already developing flower, but the plant is just too small to grow pumpkins. Same thing here. You see, it's just tiny, but they already developed flowers, so there will not be a pumpkin here. This one is a bit better. Yeah, but this plant is a few weeks older. And let's go down here quickly. Yeah, that's the corn. It's also totally dying. There's no water. And then let's quickly go to the other pumpkin down here. They are a bit bigger because it's a bit shady here, so the sun is not burning that much. Yeah, and here the pumpkins down the washing area. Yes, the soil here is always wet, so they grow a bit better. See this one? It's a butternut pumpkin. This one has a flower already. Yeah, they look quite nice. So that's the difference. When they have enough water, they would be like this, but when they are just dry, they would just not grow. It's impossible. And then these are the cashew trees. Some of them I thought they'd die because they drop all the leaves, but then after they drop the leaves, some of them they develop new leaves, so more of them survived than I expected. So we have about, I think that was 15 or 16 cashew trees remaining. And the bamboos are also ready to plant. We have like maybe 150 bamboo plants left from the 500 that we buy. Yeah, but that is still a good amount. They will grow quickly and become super big, and once they grow, we can make new cutlings from these plants and plant them. And then here the tomato plants are also growing very well. Another pumpkin here. Yeah, these are all tomato plants that yeah, the native Filipino tomato plants. They are growing very well compared to the tomato plants that I planted. Some of them from the seeds that I bring here, they grow very well, and some of them they totally don't grow. I think the native Filipino tomato they are used to the weather here and also to the soil. Look at this one. This one is very nice. There are some tomatoes. This plant I just find it in the jungle and I take it out and plant it here. Yeah. That's also not a lot of tomatoes, but still they are growing, and the soil here is super dry. See that? It has a cracks, and yeah, no rain for 2 weeks, but still the roots are deep enough to soak some water. Then let's go down here. Yeah, we have some pumpkins here. That is the native Filipino pumpkin. They are growing like hell. They already come down here. They grow like 1 or 2 meters every day, and I think that was only 1 or 2 pumpkin plants, but now this whole area is full of pumpkin. And somehow they still have water, even it's not raining. Yeah, and here are some of the beans. We already cut some of the beans. Yeah, only the small ones are remaining, but yeah, we already harvest some of the beans and eat it, and for the other beans I will just let it here so that we can harvest the seeds and plant them again. Planted, I think that was 6 or 7 different types of beans, and really only this one type of bean grows. So we were going to plant this type of bean again. Another pumpkin here. There are some pumpkins growing here, but they are totally hidden. Yeah, tomato plants that I planted before. It's the same thing here. This one is already big. They have a deep root, so they can soak water and they grow. But then for the tomatoes that are small, like this one, it's just too small. The roots are not deep, so they cannot drink the water. Also, there's too much shadow because of the pumpkin leaves, so they're not growing. Yeah, so really water here is the biggest problem. It can even happen that there's no rain for many weeks or even months. And yeah, it's also the dry season here, so not the best time to make a garden. Yeah, but at least it's still possible. And yeah, that's a jackfruit tree. It's also growing very well without watering because the roots are deep. And you see here it's going very down here, very deep and very steep. And we're going to plant the bamboo, the giant bamboo in this area. So because this yeah, it goes down almost 10 meters here, and this area has a potential of a landslide, so we must be very careful. This whole area could just fall down, so we want to plant different bamboos here so that there is no landslide. Yeah, so water is the biggest problem here. We really have to do something about that. And yeah, that's one of the tasks for the future. So that's for this episode. I hope you liked it, and then I see you in the next video.